So you want to change the rear suspension on your Harley Davidson Softail. Let's talk about it inside. Hello, welcome to RevelatorAlf. I hope you're enjoying the channel and the series of videos. Please like, share, subscribe, leave loads of comments below. Check out the website RevelatorAlf.com and all the links in the description below. So in this video, I'm talking about upgrading your rear suspension on your Harley Davidson Softail, Sport Glide, Fat Bob, whatever it might be. Now, there are some upgrade options from Harley Davidson themselves, but they don't apply to the Sport Glide. They do apply to some of the other Softails as well. So you're going to have to check with Harley Davidson, with your local dealership, to see actually if your Softail has an upgrade option. But they have the low rear suspension, which is this suspension lowers the seat height approximately 0.75 inches while preserving ride quality, so they say. Spring and damping rates are tailored to ensure a controlled ride. Shock features multi-stage damping to ensure optimal performance under varying conditions. The preload adjuster allows easy access for setting proper sag according to the rider's weight, so on and so forth. But that's only for the other Softails and isn't for the Sport Glide as it stands right now. Now, this also fits later FXFB and FXFBS models, but the installation does require a change of the Jiffy stand as well. Okay, so that's from Harley Davidson. Now, obviously, if you've got a problem with your stock monoshock rear suspension, then actually that's just a part exchange. So you'll just swap like for like. But we're talking about upgrades or changes to ride height here. Okay, if we go to the first manufacturer I'm going to talk about first of all, which is Öhlins. So Öhlins offer two variations for a monoshock for your motorcycle, but especially for the Sport Glide, this is what they offer. This is the HD 501 or 501, and it comes in from Öhlins at $925. And that is the code S46DR1S. It's the STX46 shock. 12.5 inches, 318 millimeters in length, 1.7 inches, 43 millimeter stroke. It's a spring, it's a 21102-36B spring. And as I say, it's $925. They also make another version, which is the D503, and that's also $925, and that's the S46DR1LS. Now, essentially, the difference between these two is that the DR1LS does have the adjustable length, whereas the S doesn't. They both have the hose-mounted hydraulic spring-loaded preload adjuster, which we have on the Sport Glide as well. Now, obviously, you're going to have to be able to mount this properly, and also the preload adjuster, whether it will fit seamlessly on your bike as well. So that's something that you're going to have to research, and also possibly speak to your dealership to see if they have any experience with this Öhlins shock, the different variants, and also is it easy to mount on your bike, and also will it look seamless as well. That's the most important thing. Okay, so they're both coming in at $925. You can also pick these up from, I believe, J&P Cycles and also RevZilla as well. The other shock that you can get, monoshock, for your rear suspension actually comes from Legend, and they've got an aero air suspension option, and they're saying from the Harley Softails 2018 to 2020. This comes in at $1,649.95. Obviously, again, depending where you are in the world, you may have different prices. You'd have to look at your own importer or distributor of these and whether they're even available, so you may have to import it, as I say, by yourself. This comes in from RevZilla, as I say, $1,649. And that's, you know, there's quite a bit of equipment associated with the air ride suspension as well, but it does fit seamlessly beneath the seat. Okay, so the next one to consider is the Progressive. Progressive make actually lots of different options for you, and their prices start off in the region of about $650 as well. Okay, they do make the shocks for the monoshocks for all the Softail range, but they also come in for the Sport Glide as well. So the Progressive 465 shocks, now they come in a standard low 1 inch, standard low 2 inch as well. So you can buy different length shocks if you want to raise or lower the ride height, or just keep it standard as well. So that's something that you can investigate as well. They actually look, you know, like nice shocks as well. I know you're not really going to see a lot of them because they're hidden beneath the seat, but in terms of, you know, you can lift up the seat and you think, oh, that's a nice looking shock. So depending on the model, your shock length is 12.6 or 13.1. I say it depends on the length that you're going for. So that is just your standard shock. Therefore, thereafter, you've got the Progressive 465 RAP, and that also comes in the standard low 1, 2, and or heavy duty as well. And that, as I say, that's for all the Softails. And that is exactly the same. It's got a 46mm bore. It's anodized aluminium. It looks great. It's 5-position rebound damping adjuster. The external preload adjuster allows for rapid adjustable preload adjustments. So basically, you can have exactly the same setup as with the Olins or with the stock on the Sport Glide with the external preload adjuster, or you might be able to fit the other type that you could actually just have it nestled right beneath the seat, but then you're going to have to make your adjustments by taking off the seat as well. I say, and they're all coming in the region of the 465. The standard 465 is $650. The 465 RAP is coming in at $899.95. Racing Brothers, they actually come out with their HLR revolver shock with the remote reservoir, and this is for all the Harley Softails, and this is $849. This is 12.5 inch length. It's got lots of flexibility, lots of adjustability. It looks like a really nice shock as well, I've got to say. And they got different variants which you can look at as well. The next one to look at is the Bitubo, or sorry, I'm not sure if that's the right pronunciation, Bitubo XZE32V3 Bitubo. And that's for the Sport Glide specifically as well. And you've got 3 settings with this. It's got 7 clicks for rebound, different settings for rebound, hydraulic spring preload, 12mm, and 24 clicks, adjustable up to 8mm. So there's lots of adjustability there. That's coming in at £750. So we're talking about $900-ish, something like $850, something like that. So there's lots of flexibility with that. So whilst they are quite expensive, or they can be quite expensive, over $1,500 in terms of legendary suspension, there are affordable upgrades available. Now, avain, a word of warning here, you have to make sure that the change in riding performance or handling from these new upgrades that you're going to put into your bike, whether they're going to suit your riding style, whether they're going to be suitable for what you want to achieve. Will they improve the ride for you or make it worse? It really depends. It's quite a subjective thing. So do your research, speak to your Harley Davidson dealership, look at forums, but try and get the word out. Try and look at other people who have had suspension upgrades and see if you can get some advice from them and see if they think it's better or worse, but also why is it better or why is it worse? What are the changes specifically? Also factor for the type of person that you are in terms of weight, what pillions you're going to be carrying, also extra baggage, or if you're going on a grand tour, you may want to swap it out for a heavy duty shock as opposed to a standard shock. You may want to stick with a standard or a high rise kit as opposed to a lowering kit, which may not be suitable for the ride. Also factor for the surface over which you're predominantly going to be riding. Is it smooth asphalt, or is it going to be rough terrain, sort of tracks, dirt tracks, that kind of thing? So something to bear in mind. But there are options available. As I say, you've got the options from Harley Davidson for certain Softails. You've got Öhlins, you've got Legend, you've got Racing Brothers, you've got Progressive, which make a huge range of shock. In fact, Progressive have possibly got the widest range of shocks there for you. And then Racing Brothers, as I say, have got quite a nice range. Batubu have got just a couple there. Now, I'm not going to end this without mentioning something else as well. Whilst it isn't a shock upgrade, it is a way to raise the rear of your bike if you want that extra height, and it gives you a longer shock by about 1 to 3/4 of an inch of lift as well, so it raises the bike up a little bit more. And that's from Bunking, and it's $119, and essentially it's an adapter, it's a spacer if you like, that actually fits on the end of the shock, and it doesn't change the dimensions or the angle, it just lifts the bike up a little bit. And so made of aluminium, it's got needle bearing pre-installed for 2018 and up Softail models, and they're sold obviously individually. $119 direct from Bunking themselves, and so that's an option for you as well. If you're not so concerned about the shock but you just want to change the height, Bunking is probably the best way to do it. And again, it's a very simple installation process on that. Okay, so websites for you to check are Revzilla, Get Lower, JMP Cycles, Bunking, Öhlins, of course, and Legend as well. Check in your particular country where you are, what options are available in your own country, but also what the distributors are like, also if you have to import as well. Let me know in the comments below if you've had any of these upgrades on the rear suspension, how it's worked out for you on any of the Softails. Has it made the ride worse? Has it made it better? Describe the differences from stock to the upgrade. Also, if you've had another shock upgrade of a different make, let us know as well, and tell us where you got it from, prices and all that kind of stuff. Okay, well, I hope you found this useful, so please like, share, subscribe, leave loads of comments below, check out all the links in the description and the website RevelatorAlf.com, and I'll catch you on the next video coming, well, very soon. Ta-da now.
RevelatorAlf. RevelatorAlf.